Welcome to Mancester Utd Transfer HQ, the home of daily football and transfer updates. Subscribe now and join the community of true football lovers. Never miss a moment from the beautiful game. Ruben Amorim is right about Man United critic concerns, but for the wrong reasons. Manchester United came out firing amid criticism of Ruben Amorim's tactics before his team's 2-0 victory over Sunderland in the Premier League on Saturday afternoon. Ruben Amorim has, arguably, bought himself more time than some other managers would have been afforded at Manchester United due to his handling of the difficult questions posed to him by the media. United supporters have by and large warmed to the Portuguese head coach, as he has often spoken with honesty and integrity, which are admirable qualities. Amorim could never once be described as sugarcoating or skirting the main issues that have hindered the club since he arrived almost a year ago. While results have been largely terrible, there's a feeling that something is building at United which never seemed to be the case under Erik ten Hag. While the Dutchman wilted to his players and altered his philosophies, which was ultimately his undoing, Amorim has stuck to his guns, and when the performances have been good, they have been much better than under the previous regime. However, this campaign has started with mediocre performances and results, at best. This has led to obvious questions about the Portuguese's tactical approach, not only within the press pack, but also among legendary figures at the club. For once, Amorim appears to have made a minor misstep in his off-field communication. While he's right to feel concerned by the impact of pundits and journalists' comments influencing his players, the answer is not to warn critics against making those comments. Instead, the Portuguese head coach should be taking a more inward approach, and addressing the mentality of those players in the dressing room who are being affected by such comments from the outside world. Rightly or wrongly, criticism of this team comes with the territory of being part of United. They are one of the world's most widely supported clubs, and every fan, media outlet and former player has an opinion on them. The criticism has become even more intense after the period of mediocrity that has followed Sir Alex Ferguson's retirement. Until United win the Premier League again, that will continue to pile up. So the answer is either sign players who have the mentality needed to represent such a club, or teach those that are already here to have tougher skins. Yes, it is harder than ever before due to social media providing no escape, but, at the end of the day, the players at Carrington are paid handsomely to rise above that. Amorim's rebuild of this team is not complete, and, hopefully from his perspective, the Portuguese can remove those from the squad who he feels are struggling to handle the pressure, because if he doesn't, it will, ultimately, be his job in the line instead. My second news is former Man United star Alejandro Garnacho given warning over theatrics versus Liverpool. Alejandro Garnacho has been slammed for his on-pitch behavior by a former referee after leaving Manchester United this summer. Former referee Keith Hackett has slammed ex-Manchester United forward Alejandro Garnacho for his on-pitch behavior. The Argentina international joined Chelsea this summer in a £40 million deal, which includes a 10% sell-on fee. The 21-year-old became United's fourth highest sale in history, following Cristiano Ronaldo, Romelu Lukaku and Angel Di Maria. Garnacho has made 5 appearances for Enzo Maresca's side so far, but is yet to score or provide an assist for the Blues. However, he did play a key role in Chelsea's opening goal during their impressive 2-1 win at home to Liverpool on Saturday evening. One moment of contention at Stamford Bridge saw Garnacho clash with Liverpool's Dominic Szoboszlai in the penalty area, an incident which saw referee Anthony Taylor wave away appeals for a spot kick to the home side, and Hackett, who refereed in the Premier League for 2 seasons during the early 1990s, has now had his say on Garnacho, sharing his belief that the winger's behavior is influencing referees' decisions against him. There's no doubt that there's exaggeration, he told Football Insider. In these situations, players think, I'll work to try and make sure I get a penalty kick by tumbling and rumbling. Sometimes, that's exactly what the referee sees. He sees an incident, and then the theatrics, and it works against what the player wants out of it. Referees are not daft, so they prepare. And we all know that he exaggerates. The sadness is that on the occasions when we don't feel the pain he does, and he has been fouled, he doesn't get it because referees are conditioned against him. The manager should bring in Howard Webb, involve Garnacho, and watch some clips with him. That's not helping the club, that would be keeping the yellow cards down. He needs to know how his antics are possibly influencing referees against him. My last news is impressing Ruben Amorim at just 14 years old. Manchester United have the next Neymar. JJ Gabriel is one of the most exciting young talents to ever come through Man United's prestigious academy. JJ Gabriel enjoys video games and comes out of his shell once he gets to know someone. In many ways he is a normal 14-year-old, but his extraordinary talent is revealed when he steps onto a football pitch. There is certainly nothing normal about what Gabriel can do with a ball at his feet. Gabriel is a rising star in Manchester United's academy. The Manchester Evening News would not usually highlight a player so young, but there is a buzz in youth football about what Gabriel could achieve. Some academy followers suggest he could be the best talent United's academy has ever seen. That is quite the prediction considering the graduates who have come before Gabriel, who already has more than 200,000 followers on Instagram and a sponsorship deal with Nike. Academy coaches who have worked with Gabriel have marveled at the youngster's skill set and have struggled to find weaknesses, despite playing him years above his age group. Gabriel idolizes Neymar and some of his goals are reminiscent of the Brazilian at the peak of his powers. Last weekend in an under-18 game, Gabriel glided into the penalty area, deceived a Manchester City defender with a shimmy and found the corner. The clip has amassed thousands of views on social media. Word of Gabriel's talent has already swept around the world. Europe's top clubs have closely followed his development, and the teenager was close to leaving United in the summer. Talks were advanced with a European giant and an 11th-hour meeting was held at Carrington in an attempt to keep Gabriel. It's understood Jason Wilcox, director of football, and Omar Barada, CEO, were present, which shows the high regard in which Gabriel is held. United reiterated that Gabriel could become the face of the club and it was eventually agreed the teenage sensation would remain in Manchester. The player's final decision was decisive. There are windows for rivals to poach academy players at 14 and 16. Gabriel has committed his future at United for another 2 years at least, but interest from Europe's biggest sides will only intensify as he gets older, especially as he holds a European passport through his parents. United know they have a special talent on their hands and recently introduced Gabriel to Ruben Amorim. During their exchange, Amorim spent time discussing his philosophy and stressed the importance of working hard, even recalling an anecdote about Cristiano Ronaldo as an example. Amorim played alongside Ronaldo for Portugal's national team. The United boss recounted stories about Ronaldo's work ethic. He was the first to report for training and the last to leave. Gabriel does not lack a work ethic. He is already living like a dedicated professional athlete with his diet and recovery sessions, and wakes up at 6 a.m. most days to make his dream a reality. In the summer, he trained at a Nike camp in Marbella with Newcastle midfielder Sandro Tonali and former Liverpool striker Danny Ings. When Marcus Rashford joined Aston Villa on loan in January, Gabriel thanked him for taking penalties with him at Carrington before he left. He also received a "get well soon" video from Andre Onana when he was recovering from his shoulder injury last year. Experienced players are shocked when they learn his age. Gabriel has been offered a box at the new Old Trafford, which is planned to be completed by 2030, and was invited to watch the Premier League opener against Arsenal in the director's box. It speaks volumes that brands are already desperate to work with Gabriel, who was subject to interest from Adidas before Nike beat off competition from the German company. Adidas were in pole position to sign Gabriel before a late effort from Nike to better their offer. How many 14-year-olds could spark a bidding war between sportswear's commercial giants? United want to temper expectations to help Gabriel focus on football. Former Academy director Nick Cox was asked a question about Gabriel during an interview earlier this year and politely steered the conversation in another direction. Those questions will become common for his successor. Those who know Gabriel are not concerned about keeping him grounded. He has strong family support and a circle of friends, and those closest to him don't let him get ahead of himself. He is just JJ to them. Gabriel possesses the right mentality to enjoy a successful career. It takes him just minutes to forget about the football after leaving the pitch following an academy game at Carrington. That is a trait that many top professionals share, the ability to separate what happens on the pitch from their home lives, but Gabriel loves playing football and entertaining with the ball. Darren Fletcher was appointed as U18 manager in the summer, and a source praised Fletcher's handling of Gabriel this season because he wants him on the ball as much as possible. Gabriel has been played down the middle and from the left this term, although it doesn't matter which position he plays because the end result is the same, he tears through the opposition and scores. MUTV subscriptions might begin to sell like hot cakes, just so fans can watch Gabriel play. The teenager's ball control is exceptional, and his finishing power is remarkable for a player of his age. Gabriel has 7 goals in 6 under-18 appearances and scored for the under-17s on Wednesday. He was even given the nickname, Kid Messi, after clips of him training and completing skills went viral on social media when he was younger, and Lionel Messi would probably approve of his footwork. Fans have already started to speculate when Gabriel could make his senior debut, and it already feels likely that he will become United's youngest ever Premier League player. Angel Gomez, 16 years, 263 days, Shola Shortire, 17 years, 19 days, and Chido Obi, 17 years, 79 days, are the youngest to make a debut for United in the Premier League. Gabriel has the potential to break that record, and he could even topple the Premier League record of Ethan Nwaneri, 15 years, 181 days. Max Daumann, 15 years, 235 days, is the second youngest. Mikel Arteta has shown faith in Nwaneri and Daumann at Arsenal, while talented Liverpool youngster Rio Ngumaha recently scored on his senior debut aged 16 years and 361 days. Daumann and Ngumaha have blown away spectators this season, offering an exciting glimpse into the future of English football, but many believe Gabriel could be the pick of the bunch. Here is a reason why Wilcox and Barada were involved in the meeting to keep Gabriel in the summer, and why the youngster has been offered a box at the new Old Trafford. He is a generational prospect, and the best is yet to come from the supremely talented teenager. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Mancester Utd Transfer HQ, and turn on notifications so you're always in the loop with the latest transfer news and rumors. One more thing. What are your thoughts on these updates? Comment below.